Jai Sri Krishna. So let's do the lesson number 3 for beginners on the Gita. And as I told you, I had written this Gita little by little. So I'm going to read it because I try to keep it as simple, and I will keep on explaining as we go along. Before we enter the Gita, it is important to know under what circumstances the Gita was sung. The wisdom of the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna is independent of the story, but knowing how the great war came about is relevant for our understanding. See, it is important that you know why the war was fought, what is the background. So I think I have mentioned this earlier in short, but I thought now that you are still with me, I was wanting to see your attention and interest. And as I see the listeners increasing, the subscribers increasing, I thought now you are ready to listen to a little more detail about it. If it won't again be too long, but a little more than before. So the Mahabharata is considered a great epic of India and was compiled by the sage Ved Vyasa. It tells us the history of Indian ancestors. It also describes to us their moral values, their dharma. Dharma is generally explained away as religion, duty in the Hindu concept. Dharma means a lot more. And when the children are young, it is the dharma of a mother to look after them. But as the children come of age, it is the dharma of the same mother to let them go. It is a dharma of a soldier to fight and a dharma of an ascetic not to. The Mahabharata tells us the story that transpired in and around Hastinapur. The story spans around 6 generations. Though the Mahabharata has the story of many lives woven into one another, the predominant narration is of the 2 brothers and their families. Now pay attention to never mind if you don't remember the names, but Dhritarashtra and Pandu were brothers. Dhritarashtra married Gandhari and Pandu married Kunti and Madri. Pandu had 5 sons who are popularly known as the Pandavas. Dhritarashtra had 100 sons. They were called the Kauravas. Pandu died and the Pandavas and Kauravas were brought up together. The Kaurava maternal uncle, Shakuni, played a crucial role in the story of the Mahabharata. The Pandavas performed a great sacrifice, yajna, which made Duryodhana, the chief of the Kauravas, jealous and greedy. Shakuni invited the Pandavas for a game of dice and cheated in the game. The Pandavas lost all their possessions, including Draupadi, their wife. The Kauravas wanted to humiliate the Pandavas and hence dragged Draupadi to the main hall and tried to disrobe her in public. She implored to Krishna, who she affectionately called Sakha. Krishna came to her and miraculously kept Draupadi draped. Despite the fact that the Kauravas kept pulling at the sari, even though the sari just didn't seem to end, you must have heard of that great faith and the great story of... Finally, the Pandavas and Kauravas reached a settlement. The Pandavas were made to go to the forest for 12 years. They had to live for 1 more year in the forest incognito. The condition was that the Pandavas should not be traced by the Kauravas. While the Pandavas were away, the kingdom was to be ruled by the wicked Duryodhana, the 12 years that they were away. The 13 years of exile were completed successfully. The Pandavas approached the Kauravas for their share of the kingdom. After all, they had to keep their promise. However, Duryodhana refused to part with as much land as would be covered by a needle. Krishna tried very hard that the Pandavas and Kauravas reach an amicable agreement, but the Kauravas refused to relent. War became inevitable. Both the Pandavas and the Kauravas wanted Krishna to help them. The Pandava Arjuna was a devotee and friend of Lord Krishna. Arjuna chose to have Krishna alone on his side, despite the fact that Krishna had warned that the latter would not pick up arms in the battle. See, Duryodhana was also there asking for help, and Arjuna was also there asking for help. And Arjuna asked for Krishna alone, even though he would not pick up arms, whereas Duryodhana asked for the army. Duryodhana was overjoyed by Arjuna's decision and chose to have Krishna's powerful army to fight with him. Just before the great war, Arjuna became despondent. He did not know which course to adopt. Would it be better for him to fight and have so many people killed, or should he renounce the kingdom and take to a life in the forest? This question also appears many times in man's life when faced with difficulties. When one is restless and life seems difficult, we would like to give up. Krishna explains to Arjuna that to fight, to face difficulties with courage is the right path. Arjuna asked Krishna many more questions which the latter answered in a simple, forthright manner. Krishna explained to Arjuna that he should only be concerned with performing his duty to the best of his capacity. The fruits of result of the action lie with God. So here the terrible war of Mahabharata was fought. The Pandavas emerged victorious. And I think we stop here. And now you will hear the dialogue. Now whatever because I keep posting different things from the Gita and all, but now you will know the background of the great war of the Mahabharata and how the Gita came to be. So until next time, take care and God bless.